welcome to another episode of Just a Girl with a Sword, episode 5, season 2. Ooh, ooh. And today we are at the beach. How exciting! Change of scenery. So today we want to continue with part 2 of our series that we began, Revive Us. And our theme verse is 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verses 14. It says, if my people who are called by my name would humble themselves, would pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will heal their land. So last week we looked at what does it mean to be my people? What does it mean to be a child of God? That's what we began with last week. So this week we want to look at what is it to humble ourselves and what is it to seek God's face. So humbling ourselves, what is humility? And I was trying to do a bit of research about it, and I found that humility is just being selfless. It is thinking less of yourself, not thinking of yourself, it is thinking of yourself less, not thinking less of yourself. It is kind of just being willing to not put yourself first, to consider somebody else's needs, to put somebody else's needs above your needs. That is what humility is. And in such a day and age, it is so hard. Right now, it is so easy for us to think of ourselves first. Number one rule, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, But what God really requires us to do is to love others as we love ourselves. So if you love others, the more we love others as we love ourselves, the more we're able to grow in humility. And it's such an elusive thing, humility, because the minute that you think that you're humble is when you're not humble. So it just like creeps in on you, just like the way pride also creeps in on you. Pride can creep in on you in like the weirdest ways. And that's when you see people with, I call it the do you know who I am syndrome. Do you know who I am? I should deserve this. I should get this. I should get priority. I believe that because of my station, because of my stature, because of my family, because of my education, because of my money, because of my what, I need to be served first. I need to be given priority. Pride. So it's so hard in this day and age to be like, no, you know what? It's okay. You go first. Now you take that one. Yeah, you do. Putting somebody else's needs above our own needs, humility. And that is exactly what Christ did. He just put everyone else's needs above his own needs. He was able to just come down to our level. Humility is condescending. And it isn't now having a low self-esteem, because also that's what people think humility is. Humility is not having a low self-esteem. Jesus did not have a low self-esteem. Rather, I think humility is just viewing yourself in the right light, just recognizing that, you know what? I am a creature of God. I am made in the image of God. Yes, I am special, but so is my neighbor. So I need to treat them the way that I'd like to be treated myself. Humility. Because God says that he frustrates the proud. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be frustrated by God. Do you know the way sometimes you go to work or you're wherever you are in a matatu and you're so frustrated like, why won't it work? Can you imagine how it is if God decides he is personally frustrating you? Bible says God frustrates the proud and exalts the humble. So may God help us to be humble. And then the second thing is seek my face. God wants us to seek his face. What is it to seek? So now the only way that I could think about seeking was, I don't know about you. Are you guys into movies? Because I am. Especially these adventure. They're going on this trip. They're looking for this treasure. They're seeking this, I don't know, the fountain of youth, Shangri-La, something. Seeking, going on adventure. And I kind of find seeking God kind of like going on adventure. We're going on an adventure. In these movies, if it's Jumanji, if it's Indiana Jones, if it's Relic Hunter, they're going on a quest to seek something that is precious. It is a treasure. It is hidden. And these journeys are usually perilous. Mara, I don't know, you're shipwrecked. I don't know, they're bandits. I don't know, they're villains. It's a perilous trip. But because that treasure is so important to them, nothing dissuades them. They continue on that quest. They are seeking the treasure. And for us, do we view God as a treasure? Because if we're like those Indiana Joneses and those, Dr. Bravestone in Jumanji, then we know that this thing is valuable. We have to go get it. It doesn't matter what comes our way. We have to go get it. And you see these adventures, they're kind of like in a roundabout where you have this map. And then Mara, you're told, okay, your starting point is clues. Starting point is Kenya. You find yourself, the next clue is in Nigeria. The next clue is in Egypt. It's roundabout. It's really arduous. And endurance and perseverance is required. But because these guys know that this treasure is worth it, then they go all out. So I want to ask you, Do you believe that God is a treasure? Is Jesus your treasure? If he is, then what are you willing to do to make sure that you seek him? What are you willing to give up? Because these adventurers, they give up lots of stuff. Comfort, sometimes they're camping outside. They risk their own security. They risk their lives in pursuit of this treasure. So what are you willing to put on the line? What are you willing to put aside so that you can seek God? Is it just deciding that, you know what, I'm going to cut out the movies I watch, I'm going to reduce them so that I have time to read the Bible? All right, I'm going to sleep early because I want to go to church early. All right, so this activity, it's not too important for me. Let me cut that out so that I have time to go for Bible study. What are you willing to do to seek God? Because the Bible also records in Isaiah, seek God when he may be found. That means going to be a time when God will not be found. So right now, God is so available to us. God wants us to find him. He wants to commune with us. So are we willing to seek him with everything that we are? That is the question that I have for you today. All right, so that wraps up part 2 of our series Revive Us from 2 Chronicles 7:14. Humble ourselves and let us seek God with everything that we are. Thank you so much for watching. This is me at the beach. Right, so feel free to comment, feel free to subscribe, feel free to like the video, feel free to share. And if there's anything that you'd like me to talk about on these videos, then feel free to let me know. You can also follow me on Instagram at Harry, is it called lower slash? Okay, the dash that is on, I have no clue what it's called, Mimi. All right, but I'll put the link down below the video. All right, bye.